What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers advice. A couple things real quick. One, I couldn't get OBS to work, so we're not going to have the best kind of fast forward rewind. It'll be more of a start, stop, pause. The other thing to look at right here is I took notes. So I have four different things that we're going to go over in the video. One, I took out the screenplays, okay? The Panthers ran a crap ton of screenplays, a lot. So I took all those out, whether they were good or bad, I took them out, all right? The next thing to look at is the pressure. And it's not just with Bryce Young at quarterback. Last week with Andy Dalton, it wasn't great either. Obviously, there's been some replacements, but the line isn't the same line we saw for the first 5 or 6 weeks. A negative thing to look at real quick is Bryce Young has a tendency to leave the pocket early. Part of this stems from last year when the line was so bad, he consistently had to roll out. So that's something to watch. And then timing issues with the receivers is another thing we're going to go over. So as you can see right here, man, there is a lot to take away from this game. Let's jump into the video. The first play we're going to look at right here, Bryce Young connects with XL on a little 5-yard slant for a touchdown. This play got me excited because I saw potential, right? Bryce Young does a great job. He's going to look off the safety. He's going to look to the right. You see the safety right here. He's going to drift to the right. Take a look. Bang. He drifts to the right. Goes backside of that. Hits XL on the slant route over Surtain as well, man. I was like, okay, what a touchdown. Let's see what happens next. The next play we're going to go over right here, it's 3rd and 14. And it's something I didn't mention in the beginning of the video. Penalties killed us. Penalties killed us because the run game wasn't working. So if we ran it on 2nd and 5, it was maybe 3rd and 4. Then it would be 3rd and 4. We get a penalty. Now it's 3rd and 14. Now it's 3rd and 9. Penalties absolutely killed us. So right here, it's 3rd and 14. And all you're going to see really is just double slants across the board. That's essentially all you're going to see. So a lot of you guys said Bryce, he just likes to check it down. Sometimes that's true, and sometimes that's all that Dave wants to do because you have to remember, all right, when Dave took the job and all the press conferences between back in February, March-ish to now, he's always said run, run, pass, run, run, pass. Dave's an old school kind of guy. Next play we're going to look at right here, it's 1st down right here. They're going to motion the running back out, and look at this throw to David Moore right here. Woo, what a throw right there. Okay. We're cooking with some gas right there. We're only down by 7. Right here it's 3rd and 2. And this is a play we have to talk about because there's some good, but there's also some bad on this play from Bryce Young. Let's break it down. So like I said before, I apologize. OBS isn't working, so we got to go with this start and stop kind of thing. So on the broadcast, they talked about Mingo. He's going to be wide open right here, right? Take a look what happens. Mingo's going to be wide open. Now to the naked eye, you're like, okay, Bryce, once again, he misses Mingo, blah, 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 blah. Let's run it back real quick. Take a look at this play one more time. So on this play right here, every team runs this probably 5 or 6 times now. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Just a mesh spot right here. Bang, tight goes underneath. I think Moore goes over the top. You got a spot route over here and a go route from your outside receiver right here. And then you got Mingo right here on the wheel route, right? So depending on how the defense plays this will depend on how Bryce kind of progresses through his reads. And you're going to see Bryce actually looks to go to Mingo. Take a look right here. So as you run this play back, you're going to see right here, Bryce looks to go to Mingo. He sees the defender right here collapsing on that. Now, Bryce is going to look to go to the mesh concept. So he's either looking to go to Moore right here or the tight end right here over the top. Take a look what happens. Both of those are picked up. Now, this is where Bryce kind of struggles at, and he struggled ever since he got into the league. He struggles with rolling out, keeping his eyes down the field, and then making a throw. To me, that was one of his greatest strengths at Alabama, and for whatever reason, since he's came to the NFL, he struggled throwing on the run, whether there's pressure or not. There was definitely a chance for him to hit Mingo on this play. If you take a look, right, he gets pressured right there. He's going to roll out. I think he could have hit Mingo right here, right? Instead, he continues to roll out, then tries to force a throw late. So honestly, on this play, I like that Bryce progressed through his reads, right? He looked at Mingo. Okay, defender's going to pick him up. I'm going to progress to the mesh concept. Okay, that's not open. That's picked up. I'm going to roll out. Bryce has to improve throwing on the run if he's going to roll out as much as he does. He likes to roll out. No problem with that, but you got to learn how to throw on the run, right? Let's keep it going. So right here, it's 4th and 2. We just saw what happened on 3rd and 2, and this is a play call they run after. This is what they run after. It's 4th and 2 on the 50-yard line, and we're down by 7, and this is what we run. Come on, man. This doesn't make any sense because, to me, right, you've seen a quarter and a half of football. The receivers are getting separation. You're only down by 7. Then you try a trick play? A trick play against a front seven that's been kicking our butt for the first quarter and a half for the most part, right? You try this against them when our receivers have been getting separation. And see, that's what confuses me about Dave. Conservative, conservative, conservative. Then randomly, let's try a trick play. All right, let's keep it going. So we saw 4th and 2. It is what it is. Next drive right here. They're down by 14 now. Bryce Young makes a hell of a throw to XL, and he drops it. Oh, man. It's like whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Because if you take a look right here, take a look at this real quick. Icky's going to get beat from the jump. 1, 2, not even 3 seconds. And that defender is in Bryce's lap. I mean, Icky has been struggling the last couple weeks bad, but even with that happening, Bryce Young still makes a pretty good throw to XL right there, and he drops it. Whew, let's take a look at the next one. Now we're going to jump to the third quarter right here. A little play action, as you're going to see. Bryce Young's going to throw it about 50, 55 yards in the air, and I thought XL put his hands down a little bit early on this one. Take a look at it from this angle right here. So right here, you see them run the fake. Bryce Young's going to drop back. Throws that thing to XL. I thought he just dropped his hands. You know, I don't know why we don't dive for this thing. It really wasn't out of his reach. If you see it from the TV angle, I honestly believe right here, guys, this was the second ball that Bryce Young hit XL for 20-plus yards that XL doesn't come down with. The next play we're going to look at right here, this throw and this catch from Coker right here. Some of you guys have said Coker bailed out Bryce Young. Where else did you want Bryce Young to put this ball? Because you're going to see Coker right here. He's going to run an out and up, right? Take a look. You're going to see Coker right here. He's going to run an out and then up. Now, here's the thing. Coker doesn't create any separation on this. If he creates a little bit of separation, this catch isn't going to be as tough. But because he didn't create the separation and there's a safety over the top, Bryce Young can't bomb that thing. So he's got to put that right in the sweet spot. And then Coker, man, hell of a catch right there. Woo! And Coker is finally one of those dogs, right, that we talked about all offseason. We need dogs on this team. Coker is one of the few that we have. Let's keep it going. So, of course, followed by a good play, we have to see a, well, not so good play. Take a look right here. Bryce Young misses Tommy. Now, let's go full cam real quick, okay? Not full cam, I guess, but, you know, half cam. All right, here's the thing with this. It could be on Bryce. It could be on Tommy. Neither one of us know. What I do know, though, is this is what happens when you keep changing quarterbacks, you keep changing tight ends, you keep changing offensive coordinators every year, you keep changing head coaches. Obviously, right here, I'm talking to Tepper, right? This is what happens when there's no timing with the receivers or the tight ends. And what I really mean by that is Bryce Young can't wait on Tommy to get set on this play. These two have to have a connection. So whether it's a 3-yard slant, a 5-yard slant, you know, a skinny post, a quarterback has to be able to anticipate where that receiver, where that tight end, running back, whoever is going to end up, right? They can't wait on that person to get to the spot. It's all about anticipation. So right here with Tommy, take a look right here. Bryce's going to drop back. Okay, he's looking to the left. He's going to work his way back to the right. Tommy's open. You're going to see Bryce Young's about to release this thing. Tommy does this weird thing where he kind of shuffles, then turns around. And obviously miscommunication. But this is what happens when guys are hurt or you want to keep changing coordinators every year. You know, this is what happens right here. So it is what it is. Let's keep it going. The next play we're going to look at right here, it's 2nd and 10. And as you see, once again, miscommunication. What am I talking about? I guarantee you Bryce Young is expecting Mingo on a 5-yard slant. So right here, ball snap, we're going to pause it at that 5, right? Mingo hits that 5. Bryce Young's ready to throw it. Does Mingo stop and turn, you know, to run that slant route? No, Mingo continues to go upfield. And look where the ball goes, to nobody. So, you know, you can blame whoever you want. But when it's all said and done, one person isn't going to fix this offense. The next play we're going to look at right here, it's 1st and 10. I thought this was Bryce's best throw as far as, you know, looking at fundamentals, right? The way he drops back, sets his feet. Take a look right here. Drops back, sets his feet, and then bang. What a great throw to Coker. Then, of course, once again, after a good play is a bad play. And right here was the interception. And if I'm going to be honest, I'm not terribly mad at this play, and here's why. On those passes, those are more of a touch pass kind of thing where you get a feel with your receiver. Once again, this goes back to timing, right? This is what it is, because you want to put it over the DB, but you want to put it too high where your receiver can't get it. And this is one of those things we have to practice, because fundamentals, they can get you so far, but right here, like I just said, it's all about the touch on the ball. And Bryce Young doesn't put enough touch on it. And the DB, honestly, he makes a hell of a play. If you run this back real quick, he turns around at the last second and he picks this thing off. Take a look right here, right? DB, he makes a hell of a play on this. Bryce Young still has to put a little bit more touch on it. Let's keep it going. So we have a couple more plays to look at right here. A little bit of a low snap. Bryce Young's going to drop back. XL right here. Whoo, what a catch, man. What a catch right there. Take a look at this one more time. Bryce Young also gets belted. The line, as you can see. I mean, the line has just struggled the last 2 weeks. But XL right here, showing you his potential. You know, he's only a rookie. I'm not mad at the previous 2 plays we went over. Because you look at this, you're like, damn. What a catch right there. And then our last play, Bryce Young hits Coker. Nice little back shoulder throw right there. Whew, that was money. So to wrap it up, what are my thoughts? I don't think Dave Canales likes Bryce Young, right? I don't think Bryce Young fits Canales' offense. Now, it's unfortunate for Bryce Young because that's now 2 coaches in a row that don't seem to like him, to be honest, okay? So my thoughts are trade Dalton, let Young, let Plummer battle it out, right? You know, Dave is pretty much granted a second year at this point. I guess let Dave get the quarterback he wants and let's see what he can do, you know, when he gets the quarterback he wants in control. That's my thoughts. You know, best of luck to Bryce Young. He showed decent flashes today. You know, I think XL missed 2 big opportunities that could have changed the game, to be honest. And then penalties absolutely killed us, you know. And we talked about Bryce Young. We talked about penalties, the receivers, and then the play calling. You know, you can't go conservative, and then try a trick play you've never ran before. That didn't make any sense, right? And I think you got to adapt. You know, that run game wasn't there at all. Like, at all. I think the biggest run was when we were down by 21 points. You know, we'd get into that 2nd and 5, run it, get maybe a yard or lose a yard. Now it's 3rd and 6. Or it was 2nd and 7, and now it's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. And the defense knows it's going to be a pass. So, you know, there's blame to go around everywhere. One person isn't going to change this team. So we'll see what happens. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Panthers advice is out.